What you're not changing, you're choosing. And if you don't change anything, you're choosing to stay exactly the same. And you don't like staying the same because it's not producing any results. And so if you think that you can keep doing the same thing, hoping and just wishing and praying that you're going to land somewhere good, you're dreaming, right? You're actually lying to yourself. You have to start understanding that everything that you're not doing, all of the work that you're avoiding, what you're procrastinating on, that is exactly where your results lie. So a lot of the time, people don't want to do the hard things. They don't want to actually tackle the nutrition. They don't want to tackle the plan that they're on. They don't want to actually do the work that they're avoiding. Most of the time, it's because it's challenging. And it's in the challenge. It's in the discomfort. It's in all of the areas that you don't want to touch. That's where you want to actually go to get the results that you want. So a lot of the time, we see all these people out there that are just... they're at the top, right? They're the fittest they've ever been. They're successful. They're on the path. They're doing all these amazing things. But for whatever reason, you're not there. Now, let's look at you versus them. The difference is truly in, one, the discipline, and two, the action. So most of the time, most people struggle to take action. And what do we mean by taking action? Okay, well, if you say, I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to go to the gym, taking action is following through on that. But then the time's going to come and you're not going to want to get up on time. You're not going to want to get ready, or something else is kind of come up that's kind of important, but it probably could wait. But you go, nope, that's more important. And then all of a sudden you've already lost the promise. All of a sudden, that's all it took for you to just fall short. Because keeping our word is one of the hardest things for people to do. And because you let yourself down, you also let others down. And that in reality is disappointing. And you don't want to disappoint people, but you're disappointing people, right? You're not following through on what you say. Like, it's not that difficult, but you're choosing to make it harder for yourself. So that's the hard that you choose. You can choose the hard of staying disciplined. You can choose the hard of showing up on a consistent basis. Or you can choose the hard of staying the same in the same place with no changes, no results, frustrated as fuck, and that is going to be the hard that you choose. So it really comes down to what's the hard that you choose. Because that's all it is. It's just a constant choice after choice of actually following through on your word. And so I want this to actually encourage you, to motivate you, to inspire you, to take action. Write a list of all the goals that you want. And then next to that list, write what changes would you need to make in order for you to achieve that goal. So let's just say that you want to get healthier, right? In order for you to get healthier, the main thing that you're going to have to do is start the gym, tackle nutrition. Let's say you want to create more time with someone. You're going to have to sacrifice time somewhere else so that you can make the time with that someone. That's all it takes. You have to understand that once you have the what, the whatever it is that you want, the next step is going, well, how do I get that? Most people have the how. They ask the how before they even have the what. You're like, how can I get to the gym more often? But why do you even want to go to the gym? What's the reason why you want to even go to the gym? Most of the time, people just have the idea. They want to jump to the how, but they don't know the how. And the reason why the how is not then executed is because the what isn't strong. The why isn't strong. You have to implement those two first. This is how our brain is wired to actually take action. If you think of the person that's just gone to the doctor's office and they've said, well, you know what? You're kind of at risk of being diabetic, or you might be pre-diabetic. It scares them. So the what is, I don't want diabetes. So what are they going to do? They're going to start working out. They're going to start eating healthier. They're going to start watching what they're doing, because the what is, you need to get healthier. Otherwise, you're at risk. So then the how is, go to the gym, start working on your body, start working on your health. Do you see how simple it is? Now, I am a very simplistic person because I don't believe that we need to complicate things. People complicate things for no reason at all. You know, you go and do diets, you go and do injections, you go and do all these bullshit workouts out there because you want something fast. You want that quick fix because you're not willing to just be in it for the long haul. Like, I've been doing fitness for 20 years. Like, guys, this has been a long time. At no point did I be like, oh, maybe I'll stop for a little bit and then just start again in 5 years' time. Like, this is a long game. This is part of my life. This is part of how I want to be. This is how I can help myself show up better every single day, just by putting in that 1 hour, just by being a little more intentional with what I eat, by managing how I am, by optimizing who I want to be, how I want to be, and then delivering that. And it's not as hard as what you think it is. There's going to be areas, yes, that maybe are more challenging. And I'll tell you right now, when you're faced with struggles, when you're faced with adversity, then you have to step up harder, you have to step up better, and you have to take on those challenges, those struggles, and not fall short and then run away because you're too weak-minded. Like when we get tested, when the trials show up, that's where this counts. So think about all of the practice that you're putting in. So if you show up every single day and you work on yourself and you do the best that you can, that is you in practice mode. Then life comes in and it tests you. The trials come forward, you get tested, the struggles set in, and then the next thing is that you're going to have to use all those days of practice to attack it. This is what helps you get through it because you're adaptable, you're flexible, you're able to handle what it is that comes your way. This is what makes you a better person. Because I can tell you right now, there are many people out there that when things get hard, they go running or they get defensive or they get emotional and then they make these really irrational decisions that make absolutely no sense because they aren't clear. And clarity can help you. The more clarity that you have, the more certainty there is in your results. But you have to focus hard on doing the practice. People don't want to do the practice. They're just like, and then the competition comes up and they're like, why aren't I winning here? I don't understand why I'm not winning. But you did nothing to practice. You did nothing to develop yourself. And then if you go on holiday or something comes up in your job or something happens with your family and you're tested and then all of a sudden you go to shit, well, guess what? You kind of needed to go to shit because you didn't do anything to practice. So this is why I want you to understand the benefit for you to become a good version of yourself, the best version of yourself. All you need to do is show up daily and go to practice, right? Because that's what we're doing, right? Aren't we playing the game of life here? Aren't we all in it to win it? Guess what? We're all going to lose in the end. We're all going the same place. Nothing's going to be different or special or unique about you, me, or anyone out there. But what I can assure you of is this. If you take this time that you have here, if you actually value it, if you actually use it to the best of your ability to make an impact, to actually live the life that you want, and you do it every single day, and you practice being a good version of yourself, being a good human, if you practice it, I'm telling you, this will all be worth it, but you just aren't doing it yet. And maybe you're looking at this and you're trying to get some motivation, right? There's nothing that can motivate you harder than you taking action, than you actually following through on your word. Because it's so easy to think about something and let that thought just fester in your mind and let it keep growing and let it keep staying stagnant and doing absolutely nothing about it. And that's what makes you the exact same as 98% of everyone out there. They don't want to do shit about their situation. And so I want to encourage you to do something different, okay? Stop choosing the same route. Stop choosing the shitty route. Start doing something different. Start challenging yourself. Start something that you haven't started yet. And even if you did start it once, start it differently the next time, right? I know it's scary. I get it. But fear can actually be a motivator. So whatever it is that you're feeling scared about, I want to encourage you to use that fear and let it propel you forward. Like, let the fear motivate you, because staying the same is scary as shit. I can tell you right now, if the more that you stay the same, your outcome, it's very predictable. Who you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year, that's who you're going to be in a year's time, in a month's time. So isn't that scary? Isn't it scary to think that you're going to be exactly where you are today in 3, 6, 9, 12 months' time, just a little older, maybe a little heavier, maybe a little sadder. We don't know, right? But probably more on the same trajectory of where you've been. So if you are winning right now, what I want you to know is that if you are stacking wins, stack more of them, and just get ahead. Get ahead of the rat race. Get ahead of everyone else out there. Do everything in your power to beat everybody else out there. Be competitive. Be relentless. Be obsessed about your journey. Be so fucking committed to what you're doing and love it. Because the more that you are committed, obsessed, and just addicted to your personal growth, the more you're going to win and the more people will hate it. Because those who are winning, they're cheering for themselves and they're cheering for other people who are on the same journey, if not maybe a little different, and they're cheering for them, they're clapping for them. Everyone that wants you to lose are losing their own battle. That's just how it is. Winners will encourage other winners. Losers will basically try and shit on everyone else. It's just how it is. And I get that you might be concerned about the losers, but don't be concerned about the losers. They're not doing anything special. And there are many people that look like winners, might seem like winners, but they're actually losers, right? We have a couple of those randomly, I'm committed person, but really they're at their core, at their personality, their characteristics, they're actually losers. But you're going to learn who's who and what's what, and then stay on your own lane. Stay on your own course. That's all you have to do. Just stay in your own place because everything you want is on the other side of fear. So make a move and take action because you're one decision away from a completely different life.